Hello everyone, my name is Bernie and welcome to my channel Bernie to the Rescue. Today's video is on the rising tensions between United States, China, Russia, and what investors need to know. If you like the content and find it helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, or simply share it with a friend or family member whom you love and may find it helpful. Thanks. Now let's get into the video. Russian President Vladimir Putin has stated that Russia will temporarily suspend its observation of the New START nuclear treaty with the US, which deals a blow to the last agreement limiting their nuclear arsenals. During his speech to lawmakers and top officials in Moscow on the 22nd of February, Putin vowed to press on with his invasion of Ukraine, saying that Russia is fighting for its historic lands in Ukraine and will fulfill the task set step by step, carefully and consistently. Putin's suspension of the treaty came with an assurance that Russia will not be the first to resume testing of nuclear weapons. However, Putin did state that Russia will do so in response to any US test. The U.S. has extended the treaty by 5 years to 2026 as one of President Biden's first acts upon taking office in 2021, shortly before it was due to expire. The treaty's suspension means that the U.S. could lose access to inspections and monitoring data about the number of deployed Russian nuclear warheads, as well as the land and sea-based vehicles used to launch them. It's important to note that this isn't the first time Russia has temporarily suspended its observation of the New START nuclear treaty with the United States. In early 2021, Russia announced its decision to temporarily suspend its observation of the New START nuclear treaty with the United States. The New START treaty, signed in 2010, limits the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads and delivery vehicles that both countries can possess. The decision to suspend observation of the treaty was reportedly in response to the United States' decision to withdraw from the Open Skies Treaty, another arms control agreement between the U.S. and Russia. Russia saw the U.S. withdraw from the Open Skies Treaty as a violation of the principle of mutual trust and transparency in arms control agreements. Additionally, Russia had concerns about the U.S. plans to deploy missile defense systems in Europe, which Russia sees as a direct threat to its own security. Russia has also accused the U.S. of failing to comply with the New START Treaty's provisions, particularly related to the conversion of certain delivery systems. By suspending observation of the New START Treaty, Russia was sending a message to the U.S. that it cannot unilaterally withdraw from arms control agreements without consequences. However, the suspension was temporary, and Russia has indicated that it remains open to continuing the dialogue with the United States to address concerns and uphold the treaty's provisions. Moving on to China and their alleged spy balloons. The extent of China's balloon surveillance operations above the United States may be much greater than previously known, according to experts and a U.S. official cited by NBC News. The recent revelation that Chinese spy balloons had flown over U.S. airspace for several years without being detected prompted renewed concerns about a potential intelligence failure. There are currently only 5 known Chinese balloon flights into U.S. territory, with 4 preceding the recent shoot-down. Although U.S. intelligence is currently reviewing hundreds of sightings of unidentified aerial objects over recent years, Republican and Democrat politicians have called for more investment in the U.S. air defense and radar systems. A war between the United States, Russia, and China would have catastrophic consequences for the global economy as well as for the countries directly involved in the conflict. It's impossible to predict the exact outcome of such a scenario, but here are some potential impacts. 1. Disruption of trade. The United States, Russia, and China are among the world's largest economies and major trading partners with many countries. A war between these nations could lead to the disruption of global trade, including the interruption of supply chains, the closure of ports, and the imposition of trade barriers. This could cause severe economic damage to countries that rely on trade with these nations. 2. Damage to infrastructure. A large-scale war would likely result in significant damage to infrastructure, including transportation networks, communication systems, and energy facilities. This could disrupt the functioning of markets and lead to shortages of essential goods and services. 3. Increase in government spending. War is expensive, and the United States would need to significantly increase its military spending to finance a war against 2 major powers. This could lead to a large budget deficit and an increase in national debt. 4. Uncertainty and market volatility. Wars create uncertainty and instability, which could lead to market volatility and a decrease in investor confidence. This could cause a drop in stock prices, as well as a decrease in consumer spending and business investment. 5. Human cost. Finally, a war between the United States, Russia, and China would have a significant human cost, with millions of lives lost and many more people displaced from their homes. The long-term impact on the affected countries and their populations would be difficult to quantify. Where is the best places to invest during times of war and uncertainty? It is generally not advisable to make investment decisions based on geopolitical events such as war, and uncertainty. These events can be highly unpredictable, and their impact on financial markets can vary significantly. However, there are some investment strategies that investors can consider during times of war and uncertainty to help mitigate risk. 1. Diversification. One of the most effective ways to reduce risk during times of uncertainty is to diversify your investment portfolio. By spreading your investments across different asset classes, sectors, and regions, you can reduce the impact of any one geopolitical event on your overall portfolio. 2. Defensive stocks. Defensive stocks are those that tend to perform well during times of economic downturns, such as utilities, healthcare, and consumer staples. These stocks are less sensitive to changes in the economic cycle and can provide a degree of stability to your portfolio. 3. Gold and other precious metals. During times of uncertainty, investors often turn to gold and other precious metals as a safe haven investment. These assets are typically viewed as a store of value, and their prices can rise when other assets are underperforming. 4. Bonds. Bonds can provide a steady stream of income and are generally considered less risky than stocks. During times of uncertainty, investors often flock to bonds, driving up prices and lowering yields. In summary, a war between the United States and China would have severe and far-reaching consequences for the global economy, as well as for the countries involved in the conflict. It's essential to avoid such a scenario and find diplomatic solutions to resolve any disputes. War and uncertainty can have significant and far-reaching consequences for the global economy, making it challenging for investors to determine the best places to invest their money. However, by diversifying their portfolios, investing in defensive stocks, precious metals, and bonds, investors can mitigate risk during these turbulent times. It's important to remember that each investor's situation is unique, and it's crucial to seek the advice of a financial advisor when making investment decisions. Ultimately, the best course of action during times of war and uncertainty is to stay informed, stay calm, and stick to a well-thought-out investment plan. If you have any tips that could help someone else build during this time, please share in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.